Hi, my name is Stan Lewis. I'm Executive Director with the John Maxwell team, and I'm also a certified Maxwell parenting and family coach. And today I want to talk to you about chores. Chores are just simply part of the family routine, and it is important that we have family routines. Every family needs routines, without exception. But the key to having successful routines is that they must be regular, they got to be predictable, and you got to be consistent. And if I might add, you have to be intentional in making sure those routines are in place and that your children and teens are participating in those routines. Routines help organize life in the household, and it keeps it from becoming too chaotic. Nobody wants to live where there's a bunch of chaos and strife and heartache. Routines help tap that down and helps you keep things from being too chaotic. When routines are regular, predictable, and consistent, this is where you'll find that your child, your teen, will be at their very best. But I want to take some time to talk about one particular routine, and that's chores. I'm a big believer that all kids, all children, all teens, they ought to have chores assigned to them. And here's why. Chores help foster responsibility, it fosters a good work ethic and a sense of involvement. And it enhances your child's self worth because they are contributing to the overall well being of the family when they're doing their chores and they're doing them correctly and they're doing them consistently. So, chores should be handled as a necessary contribution to the family. You shouldn't pay to have the trash taken out, floor swept. No, they're part of the family. That child's part of the family. That teenager's part of the family. And you simply need to explain to them that, hey, listen, when I come home from work, I'm dead tired. There are things I do not want to do. I don't want to go mow that lawn. I have a day off and I'm out here and I'm mowing the lawn. I'm repairing things around the house. But son, daughter, there are times when things need to get done. And if you take care of a little bit here and there, it'll keep you from having to do a whole lot. So we need to be consistent with our chores and with our routines, and we need to make sure that our kids follow through. And parents and guardians, you got to remember that you're the change agent for your children. You're the change agent for your teen. And here are some change agent tips regarding chores. First, be positive. Anybody can be negative, but be positive. Make doing chores a family affair. Praise and encourage children when they do chores in excellence versus perfection. Let's talk about two things right there. One, you want them to do their very best job. But parents, you got to show them how to do it. You got to tell them how to do it. And then you have to allow them to do it. And guess what? The first time they do it, it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be far from perfection. Because I don't care who you are, the first time you try to do something, you're not any good at it. But repetition in doing it and correcting them when they make mistakes and putting them back on the right path, the next thing you know, you have excellence. And when you get to the point of excellence where your child's doing things like they're supposed to, then you need to praise and encourage that. Parents, you've heard me say before, you get more of what you praise than what you criticize. And also keep in mind, they're not going to do it like you did it. They might do that task in a different way. It gets the same results, but it's different in the way that you would have done it. Hey, results matter. If the results are good, if they're doing it with excellence, praise them for doing it. They don't have to do it like you, mom and dad. And you need to be proactive. Assign the chore that is the best fit for your child. Let me give you an example. If your child is impatient, then having them do a shorter chore like taking out the trash or sweeping the floor might be a better task for them to engage in. And it may be with one child, if they are impatient and low attention span, then hey, assign them multiple. Hey, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you're going to do this. Tuesday and Thursday, you're going to do this, and on Saturday, you'll have this task. But again, assign the chore in a manner that best fits your child. And demand accountability. One thing you can do is charge a fee for whatever your child forgets to do his or her chore. Now, this is a way. It might not necessarily be the way for your household. But you need to have some type of established accountability. Maybe they lose a privilege. Maybe they lose time on their electronic device, their telephone, iPad, or computer, whatever it is that they like to get on and do various different things with. Take it away from them for an hour. Take something that they love to do and use that to hold them accountable. And here's the bigger picture, parents and guardians. You want to get it to where your child will do everything without grumbling or arguing. And this is straight out of Philippians 2:14. Do everything without grumbling or arguing. Parents, you want to get your kids to the point of when they're assigned a task, they go ahead and they knock it out. They're not grumbling about it. They're not griping about it. They know they're part of the family and this is the thing that they need to do because they are part of the family. Now, I want to make a couple of announcements. November the 24th and December the 17th, I'm going to do a webinar called Family Stress to Family Best, connecting to your child's giftedness. I think you'll get a lot out of it, particularly in how to enhance your communication with your child to make sure that when you're talking to them that you're actually connecting with them, and then how to recognize what their giftings are so that you can help them strengthen those gifts that God has given them and to shore up their blind spots or weaknesses. Well, that's all that I have for you for this week. I'm going to ask that you like us on Facebook, like us on Rumble, Parler, or LinkedIn. And we want you to be here and continue to download all of our podcasts. Let me tell you, audience, you've been outstanding. This is the month of November 2020, and it is the month of Thanksgiving, so we're going to be giving out prizes starting next week. We picked some winners from last week, and items are going to go out to them this week. So every week, we're going to be giving away prizes just as a thank you to our audience because we really appreciate it. We have gone over 750 downloads. Never would have got there without my audience. So I want to take some time to show some love and to give out some tokens of my esteem and say thank you, one and all. Well, that's all that I have for you for this particular podcast. I'm going to ask you, as always, to go forth and fearlessly parent. God bless.